Hello students, today we are going to start with our chapter number 4, energy. So before starting with this energy, as energy and work are related to one another, so we have to start with the work. In our daily life, we used to use this word work much casually, like while pushing a wall, while reading, or while preparing for your exam. You used to say that we are working hard. But actually, according to physics, no work is said to be done in these type of activities. So when you are preparing for your exam, you will say you are working hard, but physics will not say that you are working. Physics will say there is no work done by you while studying. So what is this work according to the physics? So according to physics, work is said to be done only when a body changes its position or moves on application of force. For example, horse pulling a cart does work, boy going upstairs does work, like that. So whenever distance is covered by the body, that time work is said to be done. And work is also said to be done if body changes its shape or size on application of the force, like squeezing of rubber ball, stretching of rubber string. In these type of activities where we find there is a change in the shape or size of the body, that time we can say that work is done there. So on combining these two definitions, we can say that work is said to be done if body moves in the direction of force. This is important, in the direction of force, or changes its shape or size on application of force. And if there is no change in the position or no change in the shape or size, then there is no work done. For example, pushing a wall. While pushing a wall does not change its position, so no work is done there. Coolie standing with heavy load on his head. When coolie is standing there with the heavy load, though he is doing a work, but according to physics, no work is done there, as coolie is not moving, not covering any distance. So now we have conditions for the work done, and these are there should be a force acting on the body. If there is no force, work is zero. Second condition, the force must produce change in position or change in shape or size of the body. With the application of this force, the body should change its position either or changes in the shape or size of the body. So now we have two factors on which the amount of work done depends. First one is magnitude of force applied. So greater is the force applied, greater is the work done, right? So we can say that work is directly proportional to force. So work done is more if force is more. How we can prove this one? Let us perform this one. We have two boxes here. One is completely filled, another one is empty. So this is completely filled with the pebbles and this one is empty box, right? If I lift the filled one to this much height, right? I have to do some work here. And now I'm going to lift this empty box to the same height. Here also I have to do some work, but comparatively much less than that of the heavier box. Why? Because I have to apply more force in lifting the heavy box, and in this case I have to apply less force in order to lift it up to the same height, right? Second is distance moved by body in the direction of force. Again, I am emphasizing more on this line, in the direction of the force. This is important. These are the keywords there. So, more is the work done if more distance is covered by the body in the direction of the force. So, I can say that work done is directly proportional to the distance moved by the body in the direction of the force. Now, again, for example, I'll take the completely filled box, right? So I have to decide two positions. First, I will lift the box to this much height. Then I will lift the box to this much height. Right? In these two cases, if I lift the box to this much height, I have done some work here. Right? Again, keep it on the ground. And I'm going to lift the same box to different height, much higher than the previous one. Right? So, more is the work done in the second case because I have to cover more. I have covered more distance. So more force is applied, more work is done here in order to lift it to much higher state than comparatively to the lower state of the body, right? So more is the distance covered, more will be the work done by the body, right? We can say that work done can also be written as a product of force and distance moved by the body in the direction of the force. Again, I'm underlining these words, in the direction of the force, right? So let us see again. If I'll have a box at the position A and I'm going to move this box to position B by the application of force capital F. So from position A to position B, box is going to cover a distance small d. Now what is the amount of work done here? I can write with the help of the formula here. Work done is written as force applied, that is F, into the distance covered by the body. This box has covered d distance, so I can write here W is equals to F into d. Now here I have three cases. If on application of F, force, body does not move, I'm applying the force on the body and there is no distance covered by the body this way. It is still at the same position. Then work done is equals to 0 because D is equals to 0 here. Body has not covered any distance. Second case, if no force is applied, that is F is equal to 0. Body is here and I have not applied any force. F is equals to 0. Right? So if F is equals to 0, by this equation, work done is again going to be 0. Right? If third condition, if on application of force, body moves perpendicular to the direction of force. Now up to this point, we used to say that in the direction of the force. That is the reason I am telling you again and again, this is important. You have to write in the direction of the force. Now in this third case, if on application of the force F, I am applying the force F on the body, but the body is not moving in the direction of the force. It is moving perpendicular to the direction of the force. How? Let us see this one. In this case also, work done is going to be 0. Right? Now let us see how the body is going to move perpendicular to the direction of the force. Now here for the perpendicular direction, I'll take the case of coolie. Now coolie is carrying a load on his head and standing there. He is not moving. So there is no work done. It means work done is equals to 0 because coolie is standing with the load. He is not moving. So work done is going to be 0 as distance is equals to 0 here. Second case, if coolie is moving along the plain road with load on his head, again I will say that work done is equals to 0. Now how I will say this one? Now in this state, coolie is carrying a load on his head and he is not standing still there. He is moving in this direction covering distance d. Now I will say there is 0 work done, though he is moving in a direction, but still I am saying that work done is equals to 0. Why? Because I am finding out the work done against the force of gravity. Now it depends against which force you are finding the work done. So if I'll say I'm finding the work done against the force of gravity, then again the work done is 0. How? Let us see here. This is coolie standing with the load, moving in this direction, covering the distance d here. Now coolie is moving in this direction. Force of gravity means what? Force of gravity is actually the weight of the body, which is always acting downward towards the center of the earth. Right? So now see the angle between the force of gravity and the motion of the coolie. It is 90 degree. So these two are perpendicular to one another. And as I told you, whenever on application of the force, body covering a distance perpendicular to the force, that time work done is said to be 0. So here body is covering distance perpendicular to the force. Force, which force we have considered here? Force of gravity. So perpendicular, it means work done is equals to 0. Now third case, that is coolie is carrying a load moving in the same direction. Now against which force? Now I am considering a different force here. In this case I have considered force of gravity. Here I am going to consider frictional force, right? Frictional force is actually a force which is going to oppose the motion of the body, and the direction of frictional force is always opposite to the motion of the body. So if the coolie is moving in this direction, friction force is against opposite to this one. So these two are anti-parallel, not perpendicular. So if they are not perpendicular, it means there should be a work done by the coolie against the frictional force. So he is doing some work against the frictional force. Hence I have written here work done is not equal to 0. Now you have understood this thing, that whenever the force is applied on a body and the body is covering a distance in the direction of force, that time work is said to be done. But if the body is covering the distance perpendicular to the force, that time there is no work done, right? Now when the body is moving in a circular path, up to now we have done body while when body is moving in a straight path. So now when body is moving in a circular path, what happened? Let us see here. For example, I have taken a stone tied with the help of a string, right? I'm going to whirl it in a horizontal circular path. Motion of the stone is always normal to the force of tension. Now what will happen? I'm doing this. If I leave the string, what will happen? It will move in a particular direction, right? So always when you are doing this thing, the stone will always move in a direction tangent to the circular motion, tangent to that point. That will be the direction of motion of the stone, right? So whenever we are going to have a string, there is always a little bit stretching in the string, though the string is unextensible, but still there is a stretching in that string. So that stretching in the string is known as the tension force. It is a kind of force only, which is termed as tension force, right? So tension force and is always acting towards the center of the circular motion, right? So tension force is acting towards the center and the stone will move tangent to that point, this one. So these two are perpendicular to one another. You can see here these two are perpendicular, and as I told you, whenever distance is perpendicular to the force, the work done is going to be 0. Hence work done is said to be 0. Similarly, in motion of the earth around the sun, the force of attraction of earth by sun is always normal to the direction of the motion of earth. So the same we can take the case for the earth and the sun. Earth is revolving. Let us consider this as earth now. Earth is revolving around the sun. Let us consider sun as at the center point. So there is a force of attraction between this one, but the sun motion of the earth is going to be perpendicular there. If we break the force of gravity between these two, right? Hence no work done by gravitational force of sun on earth, because again distance and force are going to be perpendicular, and whenever these two are going to be perpendicular, that time no work done. Work done is going to be 0 there. Unit for work done. As we know the formula of the work done, that is equals to force into distance. Force is measured in unit Newton. Distance is measured in the unit meter. So the SI unit for work done is going to be Newton meter, which is also called as joules, denoted by capital J. But not every time. We cannot write Newton meter equal to joules every time. Why? We have to write Newton meter is equals to joules only for work done and energy, right? As we have done in the previous chapter, that is moment of force, which is also equal to force into perpendicular distance. So there also SI unit are going to be Newton meter, but that time we have not written Newton meter as joule, because moment of force is not a kind of energy. So we cannot write every time Newton meter is equals to joule. Make this point very much clear in your mind, right? Now we have to define 1 joules of energy or 1 joules of work. Now here we are going to define 1 joule of work. Now 1 joule of work is said to be done if 1 Newton, we know the formula, force into distance, Newton into meter. If 1 Newton of force, right? If 1 Newton of force is applied on a body and the body moves 1 meter of the distance on application of that 1 Newton force, then that is said to be 1 joule of work done, right? So hence we have written here 1 joule of work is said to be done if 1 Newton of force is applied on a body, moves it by 1 meter distance in the direction of the force, right? This is all about the work done. In the next class we are going to do about energy. Thank you so much.